Introducing Girl DM, the green cat girl with the heart of a troll and the humor of a dad. Girl DM is a popular indie VTuber, but what makes her stand out from the other green-haired cat girl VTubers? Like many other VTubers, Girl DM streams consist mostly of games and art. But what makes her style of entertaining so different from others is her ability to be family-friendly, but keep up a mature air about her. Almost like old Disney movies, when you'd see a joke, and as a kid you didn't get it, but as an adult you do, but there's enough jokes and fun for the whole family to watch and enjoy. Despite the PG nature of her humor and streams, Girl DM truly embodies a smug cat. If somebody in chat manages to make a comment that could be interpreted as, dare I say, dumb, Girl DM can clap back with amazing speed, but never actually resorts to foul language. According to her, it's because why devolve into lesser insults when she could be clever about it? It hurts more, so to speak. She also trolls chat when she can, whether that be with a plethora of dad jokes or just straight up insulting them in a friendly manner. Chat seems to enjoy these interactions, as usually, streamers are the ones being bullied by their chat. So, many enjoy being on the receiving end from time to time. It's like a breath of fresh air. Speaking of dad jokes, DM is a connoisseur of dad jokes, constantly spewing out dad jokes while streaming, much to her chat's feigned chagrin.
I got a new book yesterday. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. What noise does a 747 make when it bounces? Boing, boing, boing. A ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're so good at it.
Prediction is key when it comes to Girl DM though, as she's prepared jokes well in advance to answer any questions she knew would be asked, especially when it comes to physical humor and her model.
But I've proven now for a fact, now, you know, when people come into my chat and they ask me and they say, "Yeah, you said that you're a real cat girl, but you have hair covering. How are we supposed to see if you have human ears or not?" Okay, listen, I don't have human ears. I'm a cat. Cat.
She also really likes mayonnaise, and so much so that even her models have mayonnaise incorporated into them, even if you can't see them. Typically, her tail stores mayonnaise in it. It's just a running joke.
What's special about mayonnaise? Everything. Mayonnaise is a beautiful marriage of ingredients that should make scrambled eggs when they're put into a frying pan together, but then they're a delicious condiment instead.
When it comes to gaming, Girl DM specializes in roguelikes, and watching her figure out the mechanics is always a treat. Despite this genre of games being notoriously hard, Girl DM's skilled at keeping up with her chat while still keeping her level of skill in the game up to par. However, Girl DM's one true love is League of Legends. But she will not play LoL in her solo streams. According to her, she gets very toxic when playing LoL and can't keep her PG-13 rating during these games. However, during collabs she will, but she also gives a warning to her stream during a collab that this is no longer a PG-13 stream, as she wishes to respect other streamers. But she'll still play Wild Rift and the RPG that League put out a while back, so those are still on the table for her to play on a solo stream. Her models, however, are where things get very interesting. Girl DM has at least 5 models. We have the OG design, what I like to call the Mayo tail design, Oni, 2D, and Cat. And each of these is significantly different than the other ones. The OG design was her first design, and it was just a simple Vroid model that really embodied the green-haired cat girl. The Mayo tail is her more well-known design. It's another model, it's more 2.5D, has a tail that comes out of it that's filled with mayo, and is her most used design. The Oni was a Halloween costume that she had done last year. It's very popular, as well as just being really well rigged. The 2D model is what it sounds like. It's a 2D magical girl model and has a lot of facial expressions that she can do with it, as well as moving the arms just a little bit. The cat in a suit is the most recent model and really embodies that smug cat feeling. And Girl DM's in her strongest form in this form, in my opinion. Despite the amount of models that she has, Girl DM is exceptionally good at piloting each of them, and it really embodies what those models are. Despite each of them being different from each other, and all the humor within each of them being slightly different, they still all encompass Girl DM, considering she has a multiverse theory built into her lore. In my opinion, Girl DM is the VTuber that you show your family so that they don't think you're weird. But that's why I like Girl DM, and why I think you should watch her. On to Waifu Theory for her part of this.
Next, we'll discuss how Girl DM interacts in collaborations. But first, a huge thank you to Professor A. Malgam for his analysis of Girl DM's individual appeal. He's active on both YouTube and Twitch, and his streams and analyses are both great. You should check him out once you're done here, especially if you're looking for a new VTuber to watch. Now, let's look at Girl DM's collabs. The first thing you should know is that Girl DM is a natural leader. She takes the reins in almost all situations when she collabs, including and especially in collaborations with a large group of people. Not only does she effortlessly capture the role of leader, she is also excellent when she leads. She's very good at issuing instructions and explaining clearly what is happening or what needs to be done. In shooting and deception games, she'll chart out a plan and directions for her teammates, and no one ever has trouble understanding what they're supposed to do. People follow Girl DM's commanding presence without much backtalk or arguing. That being said, she leads with kindness and listens to everyone's concerns. She also takes their ideas into account and is willing to change her plans accordingly. This makes it easier for her to get along with her teammates and execute their objectives. When being serious, she will warn teammates about mistakes or possible dangers before they encounter them. She also continually checks in with them to make sure they know what they're doing. In doing so, she's able to easily keep her teammates on track and avoid distractions. Part of what makes Girl DM such a great leader is her intelligence. I'd say part of the reason she doesn't get backtalk is that she's a shrewd strategist and her plans tend to be near ideal for whatever situation she finds herself in. For instance, during a game of Among Us, she and her team were able to kill every single crew member before a meeting was ever called. Whenever her team fails, it is typically the result of poor execution and not of planning. There are plenty of collab games that herself or her partners have never played before, which results in a skill deficit that even the best laid blueprints cannot remedy. That said, she doesn't ever criticize her teammates for their errors and merely empathizes with their missteps. She's as much an understanding leader as she is a smart one. Girl DM also has high emotional intelligence because she's able to accurately predict how people will react and respond to situations. This makes her great at games of deception, especially in situations where she is a traitor and has to lie to avoid losing.
Run. There's footsteps.
People run for your life.
What I'm hearing is Yuxi and Girl DM were the only ones who said they went in that part of the map, and Rainy's.
Yeah, I did not see Rainy the entire time. We went immediately there.
The entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So much suspicion.
I don't trust anyone here now.
I don't trust anybody. Okay.
Bye, everyone. That was stressful.
That was so stressful. Oh my god. But now that nobody trusts anybody, so it's fine.
In the collabs I watched, no one ever caught Girl DM when she was on the traitor side. She caused significant confusion that nearly always resulted in a stalemate with no one being sussed. She also never got sussed or kicked out of the team when she was on the normal side. However, Girl DM is not perfect at knowing how others will respond, sometimes overestimating their ability to pick up her cues. During a game of Among Us, she correctly identified the traitor and let herself be killed to clue in the rest of her team because they didn't listen to her the first time. Unfortunately, her team still didn't realize who the traitor was, and her purposeful death was in vain. Even though Girl DM is very clever, she can still be outplayed by opponents who are good at sowing discord. That being said, Girl DM is great at cutting through the arguments and squabbles that her team engages in with each other. She doesn't attempt to come between them or resolve the argument. Instead, she calmly issues directions like normal to return their attention to the task at hand. This method is effective because it takes the team's mind off of whatever just happened and doesn't delineate a winner. It's a way to move the conversation to something else and avoid further confrontation. When Girl DM isn't taking on a leadership role, she's an awesome comedian. As Professor A. Malgam mentioned earlier, she tends to be somewhat of a troll. For instance, during a game of Prop Hunt, she told a teammate to whistle to alert the enemy team in order to risk them throwing the game. My absolute favorite collab partner of Girl DM's is Onigiri due to their comedic dynamic. In fact, I enjoyed their collabs so much that I forgot I was supposed to be taking notes. You can really see Girl DM's type of trolling on full display. Check it out.
Two Onigiris walked into a bar. You'd think the second one would have seen it after the first one ran into it.
Wait, I have one. What kind of drink can be bitter and sweet? Reality. But do you see this?
I mean.
What? What do you mean? What do you want to say? What are you trying to say?
You should actually like focus on elevator jokes because they work on many levels.
You guys find that funny? Huh? Well, what about this one? I asked DM to go get 6 cans of Sprite, but instead, when she came home, she realized that she only picked up. Okay.
Aside from gentle trolling, what you just saw was also a display of Girl DM's humor. She likes to tell jokes that she has memorized. Unlike most streamers, she's able to come up with a joke on command. Girl DM keeps the humor up throughout her collab streams with a mixture of elevator jokes and improvisational humor. She's keenly observant and pays close attention to what her collab partner is saying. This gives her plenty of material to come up with jokes on the fly. Another aspect of Girl DM's attentiveness is her ability to listen. Even though she tends to take on a leadership role, she doesn't actually try to lead the conversation itself. She gives the other person plenty of space to tell stories and come up with their own topics of discussion. While Girl DM does troll occasionally, she's also very respectful of the other person. She's agreeable and likes to play along with her collab partner's antics. It doesn't feel like she's ever truly making fun of someone. Rather, it feels like a candid improvisational comedy routine where everyone is in on the joke. This makes Girl DM likable to both the audience and her collab partner. Overall, Girl DM has a balanced approach to collabs. She's leader-like while also being empathetic. She's good at both teamwork and deception. She's somewhat of a troll while also being respectful and valuing what her collab partner has to bring to the table. What do you like about Girl DM? Let us know in the comments. Leave a like and join my Discord for more VTuber analysis.